Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
What's really good, man? DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, and the street sports, you feel me? I'm down here in the jungle, you know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all, man? You know what we do here on Game Changer Sports Talk? We talk our shit, all right? And we talk about Cleveland sports. And ain't it crazy how, y'all got to excuse me, man. Like I said, I'm in the middle of the jungle, man. This shit like way bugging me. Anyway, ain't it crazy how Cleveland sports teams have a reason to be happy? The Browns have a full team plus a legitimate top-tier quarterback, and they have multiple draft picks and only a couple holes to fill to really complete and make them a really dominant team. And that's crazy. The Cavaliers, all right, are one win away from being in a first-round playoff matchup in their first year with a talented roster. The Cleveland Guardians are on a winning streak after we got, the third lowest payroll in the league? And we had to fight and claw just to keep our good starters? Listen. But you got to shout out Tito, man. If y'all don't know anything about Terry Francona and the way he built up that Red Sox squad and how he did it from within and all that other extra shit, you really wouldn't be surprised about what's going on out here. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, I only dipping in for a short minute because, you know, on top of all that good stuff that I'm talking about, all right, we got a dilemma. Our dilemma is we got a former quarterback that don't know how to keep his mouth shut. Well, I'm just going to say it plain and clear. He don't know how to keep his mouth shut, dog. You feel me? Dude, it's a million things to talk about and a million ways to promote yourself, knowing for a fact, and you openly admitted that you know, you don't got no job right now, Craig. You don't know who gonna want to play with you right now, Craig. You don't know none of that. So why? Please tell me why. Why are you saying anything about the Browns in any interview that doesn't make you seem like you're above the situation? I'm just trying to help you out, bro, because I think it's awfully crazy how last year I said Baker's immature. Baker can't read defenses. Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are probably looking to get their own quarterback because as a first-time head coach and a first-time general manager, they're not about to bet their tenure on Baker Mayfield. But when I said that, I know what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, I was crazy. Oh, people was looking at me. And this would make DeeTrynt so special and so raw when it comes to sports shit. Because a lot of people look at the antics and all the extra everyday ongoing shit. And don't get me wrong, that's important. But when you understand and truly, thoroughly comprehend how something works, how it should work, or the different variations of ways that you could use it to make it work in a positive way, you can go out the limb and say shit that people don't really think about because y'all ain't really thinking about it. You're not really looking at the long term you know what I'm saying, of the situation. You just looking at what's going on right now. All right. Baker got into it with everybody. And even now, in this situation, right now, Baker, come on, y'all. Baker does not even want to take responsibility for his part in what's going on. All right. Anybody with any comprehension is not tripping that Baker said he felt disrespect. Where we differ is why you felt disrespect. I would have felt disrespected if, well, I would understand him being disrespected if he didn't know what was going on at all. And I think the part of him that feel disrespected is a natural part. You're a number one first overall pick. You wanted to renegotiate a contract at a certain price that the team did not feel you was worth. You proceeded to have a season and circumstances that you had it. And instead of being gave the benefit of the doubt, they just totally moved in the next direction. If that's why you feel some type of way, that's perfectly fine. But that's not a fault to the Cleveland Browns. That is all on you. All right? And why is that all on Baker? Because Baker, you can't say they completely did one thing. They said one thing and did another. You ambushed and sabotaged the season. This is what people don't want to admit. You purposely sabotaged the season, Baker. Yes, you did. How did he purposely sabotage the season? Baker got injured to his own admittance in week 2. We all see it, all right? Baker got injured because of his own decision making on the pass and on a decision to try and tackle a defender. Them was all Baker decisions. Baker came out publicly after multiple weeks of playing bad and said it's his decision to sit, even after Kevin Stefanski tried to encourage him to sit. You went and got a second opinion so you could try to dodge a loophole in the CBA that doesn't allow a coach to sit you if you're not in agreement to being sat because of injury. Basically saying if I say you injured, but you're not really injured, and you contest that, there's nothing the coach can do. He has to play you. Especially when you're the number one overall pick and you've been on the team longer than him. But, bro, it's 17 weeks last season. You played bad for 15 weeks. Even, I'll say, you played bad at least 12 of those weeks. I'm going to give you, nope, I can't even give you 12 because you ain't even played a whole 15. You played like 12. You missed like 3 games. The 12 games you did play, you got 6 wins. Well, technically, you played like 14 games. So 14 because you got hurt week 2. You played them 2 games. Y'all went 1-1 then. So you went 7-7. You went 7-7. You're an average quarterback. This is kind of the whole gist of the whole rant. Like, bro, you're an average quarterback. And instead of being accountable and just solely being accountable for what you did to contribute to the outcome, so another team could look at you and say, he's really mature. You know what? He really deserves a shot. You shot yourself in the foot again. And then you trying to talk about real Cleveland fans and real. Bro, you not even a real Clevelander. How you going to tell somebody what a real Cleveland is? You don't even know. Most of the people that follow you ain't even real Clevelanders. Let's just be like, we got to be realistic about these things and what's going on. All right? So I'm saying all that. Let me so I don't lose nobody, okay? I didn't disagree with him feeling disrespected. I disagree with why he's feeling disrespected. I also disagree with the notion, and I didn't like the fact that he still showed no accountability. None whatsoever. None. None. Come on, bro. Nobody's gonna pay that type of character $40 million to lead their franchise. And this is where this sense of entitlement you have, this whole sense of, I deserve it, it's mine, I got it, all that, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? How could you even get to this conclusion? How did we get here? How did we get here, bro? This makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So Baker is going to find himself job. The reason, if this becomes the result, that the Browns cannot trade Baker, is going to all be because of Baker. The Browns out here, they ain't talking down on Baker. The only thing that got leaked that was very detrimental and was probably the cheapest shot was the leak about they wanted an adult in the room. But bro, I can't even get mad about that leak coming out and being publicized when you act the way you act following when that came out. You done dropped a letter. You done had a couple tweets. You done did a podcast. Your wife speaking out. This is all because, you even took a shot at Deshaun Watson. Oh, you wanted a dog in the room and it's the guy you go get. Are you fucking serious? Like, y'all really supported this man? Like, I have no understanding. But anyway, it's draft time. We about 10, 12 days away from the draft. It's about to get nice and spicy. This whole football offseason has been spicy. Damn near for every team. Like, if we just look at the whole landscape, bro, at least one team in every division, if not 2 to 3 teams in every division, and hit the spotlight something. Whether it's via trade, being involved in a trade, or acquisitions. Bruh, this goes to say this is why football is the number one sport. You get high quality action and physical contact. You get a lot of drama. You get the mental games, the verbal games, the visual games. The NFL is a whole spectacle, bro. It's the gift and the curse. The reason why you like it is the same reason you criticize it. It's crazy how that works, right? But the Browns right now, let me hit on something about this draft. And I've been pondering this for a little minute. So let me express this to you. And I will give credit. Even though I've just been kind of just having a conversation to myself, I did hear, I think I was watching Cleveland.com, they YouTube thing with the host and another guy on there. I don't know y'all names, I don't mean no disrespect. It's just not coming to me right now. But and the thought was brought up, like, do the Browns view Donovan Peoples-Jones as the number 2 receiver? And to be honest, that's first off, I want to apologize to Donovan Peoples-Jones because that should have kind of been a consensus when we got Amari Cooper and did make no other receiver move but Jakeem Grant. We all understand that Jakeem Grant was specifically brought for special teams, but he can play in a receiver role and do some damage. So what we lost with OBJ and Jarvis Landry in those type of plays, we can still do with Jakeem Grant. I don't know if he could throw the ball, but and then he's still kind of like an example for Anthony Schwartz and DeeTrynt. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Donovan Peoples-Jones could legitimately be the number two. And that's not a bad thing. Now, what I will say is if Donovan Peoples-Jones is your number two, I'm highly questioning Anthony Schwartz as your number three. However, I don't highly question it with emphasis. I highly question it with a lot of curiosity. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really content with Jakeem Grant and Anthony Schwartz being your sole number three and number four receivers? I don't see a world where that would be what they do. But Donovan Peoples-Jones is number two. I mean, you take it like this, right? Donovan Peoples-Jones got everything that we're looking for in a number two. He has 6'2" height. He got like a 6'4", 6'5" wingspan. All right. He runs like a 4.4. He has like a 37, 40-foot vert. He has very decent hands. He can get behind the defense. He can catch the ball. Like, I mean, Donovan Peoples-Jones is the number two receiver. It's not a bad thing. Especially when you have the running back game that the Browns have. And see, when you got a real quarterback and a real running game, your receivers don't have to be top notch. They just have to have a specific role. Amari Cooper is a tactician, which means he's always going to run his routes the way he's supposed to, which is always going to be a threat to the defense because not every defense is going to have the best receiver, their best corner to check him every play. Your number two receiver, if your number one is a tactician, your number two has to be explosive. Amari Cooper can make run at the catch, but Donovan Peoples-Jones could definitely run at the catch. Now, he may not be the end around guy, but if he get it and he get an open field, he a prop. He a big boy to big down. He got some shifty moves. He has a long stride. You know, so what he missing is opportunities to really show that up. And I don't, being that we don't have a first round pick or a third round pick, I think that is. I think. Or no, we got third. The 44, 78, 99. Yeah, we got. But we had 2 fours. I think we traded one. So with that being said, I can see them not going for a receiver coach. I actually can see them going for the best player on the board at 44 if they stay at 44. Because I, defensive tackle has to be the number one. It's either defensive tackle or linebacker, or middle line. And I just want to stress this to you all so well. Okay, when you have pass rushers that are effective, like the way the Browns pass rushers are, and you have cornerbacks who are versatile, young and young, like the way the Browns have, you have to shore up the middle of the defense. An opposing offense has to know that we have no chance of stopping them, of breaking through this defense through the middle. That forces them to have to play outside and to have to play overtime. That's what you want. That is that front seven. That's why a front seven is so vital. Because if you can only go outside and play overtime, I can corner you. When I can counteract that with a high potency offense, especially one that's got a great quarterback and a significantly dominant running game, bro, that's virtually unbeatable. Any football guru will tell you, bro, that's damn near unbeatable. That's hard. You're praying for mistakes. You're praying for guys missing the lineup that day. Because that type of well-oiled machine could dominate for years. Years. Which is, I feel like, was the whole game plan in a nutshell for Andy Graham. They trying to be competing for championships for like the next decade. They want to be able to keep their players and grow their system right now. Because when this first set of players go to retirement, you want to be able to say, damn, bro, the Browns really keeping their stars for their whole career now. People are being proud of being drafted. You know what I'm saying? But defensive Donovan Peoples-Jones could surely be the number 2 receiver. And I don't think a lot of people will have a gripe with that. But they would have a gripe with Anthony Schwartz being the number 3 receiver. With that being said, as I was going through the draft, there was a guy from South Alabama, I think he was, something like that. Tolbert, or no, yeah, that, or was it the guy? It's either him or the guy that played opposite of Traylon Burton. And then it's Justin Ross. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Justin Ross, bro. In my world, for this draft, the Browns find a way to draft Jordan Davis. That is my ideal pick for the Browns in this draft. As a first rounder goes, is defensive tackle Jordan Davis. If the Browns could manage a way to get him without giving up any players, that would be fine. I mean, I'm just thinking, if the New York Giants said, you know what, bro, we don't really want all these picks. We want them all back. Add some picks for later on. And the Browns did some shit like, bro, I give you my second this year and my second next year if you go ahead and let me keep that 7th or 5th pick. Now, they may have to sweeten the pot. Maybe throw in the 3rd the following year. You know what I'm saying? But for the Browns, that's okay. And why that's okay? Because we have a good scouting team. And we do good with undrafted free agents. There's always got hidden free agency. And right now, we would just be identifying specific talents that fit the system we're running. Because the Baker Mayfield move just lets me know that this coaching staff ain't going nowhere, man. They keeping continuity around the board. Front office, if a front office guy leaves, that's because he got promoted and got his own team. And I think it's going to be the same for the coaching staff. If the guy on the coaching staff leaves, that's because he got a promotion somewhere and got his own team. So that way, we keep getting compensatory picks. You see what I'm saying? So the Browns ain't really worried about draft picks per se, because there are always still ways to acquire young talent to fit your needs. And there's always undrafted guys who go unnoticed that can grow in your system. And there's always compensatory picks. So there's multiple ways for you to reclaim draft picks or players from certain draft classes if it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they have to worry about being in a position to keep their core players and letting that team grow. Bro, the Browns ain't never had I mean, I ain't gonna say never, but it's been a long time since, at least 9 starters on offense and 9 starters on defense returned multiple years and played together on the Browns team. And they was good in Super Bowl team. So, I can see the Browns definitely mortgaging a few more picks. I'm saying I would. I ain't gonna say I can see that. I would offer up 2 seconds and a future 3rd if I can get back in the top 10 and get Jordan Davis, because I just feel like he fit. You put him down there, you got Miles on one side, you got Jadavian on the other side. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Then now they first pick will be at 78. You feel? At that, shit, get the receiver. Somebody gonna be right there at 78. It's definitely gonna be a nice receiver right there at 78 that you feel like can grow and be the number two or be the number three. You know what I'm saying? That he get at least 3 years to grow because Amari Cooper gonna be 3 years. Donovan Jones don't go up for negotiations until after next year, I think. So this receiver will have 3 years to come in. It's definitely possible a guy slips or falls in the draft and it changes the whole draft board for the whole or a guy doesn't get drafted at a certain college and we can pick him up on an undrafted side. You know, it could be a draft pick that we wanted that got drafted but don't fit with this team, and later on in the offseason he gets released and becomes available. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple ways, but the Browns are only a few pieces away. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just the gist of everything I'm saying about the Browns pertaining to the draft. They're only a few pieces away from being. That's a third receiver, another receiver, whether it be a second receiver or a third receiver. A cornerstone defensive tackle per se, and I put the per se, a middle linebacker. I'm going to stand up. The Browns do not have a legitimate middle linebacker. J.O.K. could play linebacker. Jacob Phillips could play linebacker, middle linebacker. But if you put them two as solely middle linebacker, you limit what they can do for you. The Browns need a middle linebacker that just knocks the snot out of people. A guy that just sheds blocks, manipulates interior defenses, and is a straight wall. That is the guy they need at middle linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He got to be able to be nimble. He don't got to be the fastest guy. He got to be fast enough. He don't got to be the quickest guy. He got to be quick enough. He definitely got to be very strong, and athletic will definitely help. All right, but he has to be a wall. He has to be a wall. You know what I'm saying? That forces teams to have to go outside and deal with a JJ3, a JOK, a Miles Garrett, a Jadeveon Clowney, a Grant Delpit. Ain't no coming in the middle. Because even if you come in the middle and get past that first guy, you still got to deal with a JOK or a Jacob Phillips. That's the guy you want. You want that guy that's going to help make what JOK and Jacob Phillips bring to that linebacker for even more potent. You know what I'm saying? They ain't guys that's ready to be that guy. Having Anthony Walker definitely helps, though, coach on the field. But I don't know. Could he become Anthony Walker's still young, so he can still become that guy. He could get his weight up this season and be even more dominant, and he might turn out to be that guy. That's possible. But they need that guy. And then, I'm going to say for this season, I'm not tripping on the kick. If we can get one, though, that would be fire. But right now, I feel like the urgency for a defensive tackle, another receiver, and a linebacker is so urgent that all that other stuff can wait. Only other thing I also want to see them get is to draft them another interior offensive lineman, and maybe another edge rusher. But I don't know, man. If we still bringing Curtis Weaver, because you gotta remember the guys still got guys in their system that's wrong. So Jackson down there, Curtis Weaver, Ted McKinley could come back. So I'm not stressing about edge except making sure that David comes back and he's the guy playing opposite side of Miles here. Then I'm worried about who can I have behind. You know what I'm saying outside of that, defensive tackle. Taven Bryant, I like a lot. I want y'all to know that. I know Taven Bryant, we acquired him. You know what I'm saying? I like him a lot. But I gotta see what he gonna do. Him and Anthony Walker kind of on that same little path. You know what I'm saying? But I think Taylor gonna turn out to be something to end up getting a long term. That's just my opinion because he fits exactly what we need. But if we can get 2 of those, Tatum Bryant like 6'6", 300, athletic, strong. If we can get 2 of those down there and have Miles and Davian on the side, it's Jordan Elliott and Tommy Togiai are great rotation guys. We brought back Sheldon Day. I think those 3 are good rotation guys at the defensive tackle position. I think that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Backup edges. You know what I'm saying? But that's my Browns team. We're gonna get more into the Browns stuff, but let's get into these Cats. Okay. So this is for all the Marbles Cavaliers. All right, Cavs fans. They're gonna be downtown and tomorrow night in Cleveland. I'm pretty sure the whole city gonna show up and show out. You feel is that time? And we've been dealing with some bullshit. So I think this is nice that, a game of this magnitude is played in Cleveland. They are up against the odds. And not that they up against anything outstandingly crazy. It's just that, Cleveland Cavs versus Atlanta Hawks to get into the playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks went to the conference finals last year. Trae Young in the playoffs. Trae Young, period, is a dog. But Trae Young in the playoffs is a whole nother beast. You feel what I'm saying? And they've had the Cavs number all year. You know what I'm saying? The Cavs come limping in. I'm just about, I don't know yet for confirmation, but I'm just about sure Jarrett Allen gonna play. And he's just now coming back. Evan Mobley got to get another game under him. He's just coming back. LeVert still trying to figure his stuff out. So the Cavs are up against the odds. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta dominated the City like 3-1. You feel me? But the Cavs get to play a game at home to go to the ship. To go to the playoff, not to the ship, to the playoff. Listen, they should be really encouraged. They playing with house money. Nobody even expected them to be here. So it ain't nothing like that. I can understand just as an athlete and just as a person who wants to do well that you feel some type of way that you was number 1 or 2, 1 or 3 in the East, and now you're fighting to get in. But you have to keep in mind that nobody predicts you to be here. You're playing with house money. You have no reason to hang your heads. Y'all been battling injuries all year. Everybody who done played to the best of their ability. Yeah, people hit slumps and do that, but y'all done all worked through it. Y'all been playing as a team and playing together the whole year. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy at Foundation. Keep that same energy. The only thing I feel like I need to see y'all do is make Evan Mobley an offensive force. Everybody expecting y'all to pick and roll and lob and get y'all open shots and run in transition. A new element has to be added to this team in order to thrive in the playoff atmosphere. We don't have Colin Sexton. That would be an element that would propel us to all type of uncanny heights, okay? But he's not here. Evan Mobley is not a liability, but he's little. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the type of, for the type of physicality that needs to be played and the intensity that needs to be maintained in the NBA playoff atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? He's still a little little. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. So Coach JB has to up his play as a coach. It can't be just teaching about, I said this before, I'm going to say this again. It's not about teaching them how to win. Teaching them how to play as a team. He's been teaching them how to play team ball for the last 3 seasons. Right now, he needs to coach them how to win. Not coaching to play team ball. You need to coach to win. You need to take advantage of mismatches. You need to do things that's unexpected, like play winless. This is my formula for the Cavs. You need to find a way throughout the course of the game to maintain a rotation of 3 scorers and 2 defensive backs. 1 defensive wing, 1 defensive center. and 3 scores. And you need to just rotate and sub like that. Even if you got to sub out packages, sub in 5, sub out 5, sub out 3, sub in 3. It don't matter. It's the playoff. This is about matchups. You need to take advantage of matchups. You need to put Evan Mobley in as many mismatches as possible. All right, and y'all need to start utilizing Kevin Love, Evan Mobley, and Lauri Markkanen's ability to pass from the high post. This is the type of coaching I need to see JB Bickerstaff implement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see that. Man. I need. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to call prediction on the game right now? I mean, I would predict the Cavs on it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I said this so funny. So other day I predicted the Nets game to be 109, 104 Cavs. And it ended up being a 115, 118, 115, 108 Nets. All right. So I was a little off. But Minnesota and the Clippers ended 109, 104. So I called the right score for the wrong game. It's fucking great. All right. But I think this is gonna come down to defense. It's gonna come down to defense. Even if Trey score, Trey can't pass. They have to cut out all the passing. But I'm gonna go Cavs winning 112, 112, 108. 112, 108, 113, 107, something like that. I got the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? I'm always ride with the home team. Trey gonna present problems, but we got Garland. So the same problems Trey gonna bring, Garland gonna bring. The difference is Herder and Hunter both play D and shoot. So it's gonna be up to our wings to be impactful in this game. Okoro has to be some type of impactful or dominant on the offensive end in some type of aspect. Karis LeVert has to be impactful and commanding, not a ball hog, but commanding, respect. The defense has to think about you on the offensive end. Chetty, I'm sure he's gonna show up and do his thing, but I need Willard. I need that outside shot. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to get some type of foul trouble. They probably gonna try to go at Allen because he ain't got his game leg from him. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna try a few things, but I need my Cavs to do their thing, bro. But I got them, like I say, man, I got them like 108. I mean 112, 108. You feel me, Cavs? You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gonna ride out with that, man. But I'm DeeTrynt, this Game Changer Sports Talk. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, share, follow. You know what I'm saying? Give us your feedback. Anytime you feel like you want to come on here and talk your mess, give your feedback on your team or whatever topics we talk about, or bring new topics to the table. Always feel free to do that, man. You always open to come and chime in. So I am DeeTrynt. This is Game Changer Sports Talk on InDaStreetzSportz. We're gonna holler at y'all later.